What's going on, guys? It's J-Ho back on more Destiny 2, and today we're going to go over how to get Pinnacle Gear updated for Beyond Light. So in this video, we're going to go over all these sources for Pinnacle Gear currently in the game. So depending on when you're watching this video, some of this could be different or could have changed depending on any changes in a future season, so keep that in mind as well. But before we get into it, in case you're a newer player or you need a quick refresher on Pinnacle Gear, basically, Pinnacle Gear is the rewards that you get from certain activities within the game, and this is the gear that will allow you to get to the maximum power level or the pinnacle cap within any given season. So in season 12, which is the current season right now, the pinnacle cap is 1260 power. This means that all of your weapons and your armor can't go higher than 1260. That is the highest that any of your gear can go up to until a new season comes around and the power cap increases once again. But even though your armor and your weapons have a ultimate cap to it, you can still get your overall power level higher than 1260, and that is dependent on all your XP and all your bonus power that you're gaining from your artifact for the current season. But for this season right now, 1260 is the highest you can get on any armor or weapon drop, and these are going to come from Pinnacle Gear sources. So right now in the game, there are a bunch of Pinnacle sources. So you're mainly going to focus on getting Pinnacle Gear once your overall power level is at 1250. You still can get Pinnacle Gear before 1250 if you want, and they're just going to be bigger increases. But once you hit 1250, the only thing that will level you up after that is Pinnacle Gear specifically. And one more thing to keep in mind is that there are two different versions of Pinnacle Gear. Some of them are only +1 from your overall power, and the others are going to be +2 to your overall power. So they don't list them in game which one is which, but I will make sure to denote which one is which within this video. But anyways, let's get into all the activities that reward Pinnacle Gear. If you want to check out a full list, it will be in the description box below, so you can check that out. So first off, we're going to go over all the activities that will give you a +1 Pinnacle Gear. So these are going to be a smaller increase when you're leveling up, but they're technically a little bit easier, and all of these can be done solo as well. So these ones that are going to be +1, the first one is Vanguard Strikes. This one is a +1 pinnacle, and all you need to do for this one is complete 3 strikes using the same subclass element as the currently active elemental burn. So pretty simple, just match your subclass element to whatever the modifier is for that week, and then you will get your Pinnacle Gear after your completion of the 3rd strike. And then next up, we got completing 3 matches of Gambit, so another really simple one and a lot quicker now that Gambit seems to be a lot faster to complete matches in. So pretty simple, 3 matches of Gambit and you get another +1 pinnacle. And then moving on, we got one for Crucible as well, so completing 3 matches in a Crucible playlist. And you can choose from any of these playlists that reward Valor. You can hover over it too as well to make sure that the one you're playing is going to count toward your pinnacle drop. So pretty much any of these playlists except Survival, because that's its own challenge that rewards its own powerful drop. But anything else will contribute toward your 3 matches for this Pinnacle Gear. And again, this one is also a +1. And then moving on to the final +1, we got clan rewards. So I know in the director, when you look at the tower, it does say a powerful tier 2 on it, but I believe that's just a visual error or a bug, and it's technically still a +1 pinnacle drop. And so for this one, you just need to get a bunch of clan XP, and you can do this by playing various activities in the game, or you can do some of those clan bounties from Hawthorne herself as well. So those were the 4 sources of Pinnacle Gear that will give you a +1 pinnacle. And next up, we're going to go over the ones that will give you a +2. So these are going to be a little bit better of an increase. So some of these are harder and some may require teammates as well. But anyways, let's get straight into it. So the first +2 pinnacle is coming from the Nightfall Ordeal. So this one is complete the Nightfall Ordeal with a team score of at least 100k. So all you need to do for this one is complete a Nightfall Ordeal strike for that week and get at least a score of 100,000. And you can do it on any difficulty. Usually the first difficulty or the easiest difficulty won't get you enough points to get 100k, but depending on the strike, sometimes you can do it at a lower difficulty and still get enough points to get the pinnacle reward. So some strikes you can go on hero difficulty and still get 100k points. Some may need to be on legend difficulty at least to get 100k. It depends on the strike, like I said. But all you need to do is get 100k points when you complete the Nightfall Ordeal. And then next up, we got the newest raid, which is the Deepstone Crypt. So this one could be the most rewarding one because there are 4 encounters, and each of them upon completion will give you a +2 pinnacle drop. So this one could be the most rewarding one out of all of them if you can complete the raid. And then next up we got a couple more on Europa as well. So the first one says complete any Empire hunt on master difficulty, and then the other one is from completing the weekly EXO challenge. So both of these should give you a +2 pinnacle, but one thing to note about these two is that you do need to unlock these. They don't just appear on your map. So in order to unlock the pinnacle challenge for these two, you do need to complete a bunch of these sabotage quests from Varix. So you need to do this sabotage quest, which is Europa Challenges 3, and this one will give you the weekly Pinnacle Empire Hunt challenge. And then once you do European Explorer 3, you will also get a pinnacle for the weekly EXO challenge as well. So these ones you do need to do some prerequisite stuff to unlock them, but after that they will be available weekly. Next up we got another pinnacle source on the Tangled Shore, and this one is the seasonal one from Crow. So this one says to defeat 5 Wrathborn, which means you just have to complete 5 Wrathborn hunts. And so initially this one is only a powerful gear drop, and you do need to unlock this one as well. So you need to do a little bit of stuff first before you can unlock this one. So you do need to upgrade your lure in order to unlock the pinnacle version of this challenge. And so you can upgrade your lure by turning in recon data to Crow. And you can get recon data from your season pass and from completing Wrathborn hunts as well. And so when you increase your reputation with Crow by turning in the recon data, this is when you can unlock these lure upgrades. So you do need the 3rd lure upgrade, which requires you to be at reputation rank 4. And this is the one that will give you the weekly challenge upgraded to a pinnacle power reward. So once you get this one, that is when it will turn from a powerful tier 3, I believe, into a pinnacle drop for the week. The next pinnacle we got is the Prophecy Dungeon. So this one actually recently just returned to the game, and I believe you will get 1 pinnacle drop upon completion of the dungeon at the very end. All the other encounters prior to it are just powerful gear drops, so keep that in mind as well. And then the last two are going to come from Crucible activities. So the first one is Iron Banner, which is a Crucible event that usually comes around every month. And if you complete the Iron Banner bounties from Lord Saladin, who's the vendor for Iron Banner, you will get a +2 pinnacle from each of them. He has 4 bounties total per Iron Banner event. So you can get 4 +2 pinnacles from Iron Banner each time it comes around. And then finally, the last ones are going to come from Trials of Osiris. So Trials hasn't been around yet this season, but if it is similar to previous seasons, I believe you will get 2 pinnacle rewards from Trials of Osiris, one on your 7th win on a card, and then the other one coming from the Lighthouse chest if you go flawless. So those are a couple more sources you can get from a Crucible playlist. But anyways, those are all the Pinnacle Gear sources currently in the game. If I did miss any, you can let me know in the comment section, and I'll be sure to add it to the list in the description. But anyways, that's about it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. As always, stay tuned for more videos, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace!